tell them nothing, cause we lost fame, the price come heavy. The price come heavy. Like Shaq, me, if I love her, I just act, boy. Say loser, ask for it. Living movie, blockbuster, this ain't a rental. Talking moody, all these diamonds up in my dental. I get never minded if I offend you. I need the silence, chaos is in my mental. You need a PJ, first class, not what you went to. You need the relay, chase money like you sane. I'll give you the boat, chain, and plane. Fame name, that's insane. Ruby, the kind of jewelry that's from the rain. No. I'm just here to remind you, but never mind me, man. I'm here to remind you where you come from. All this peace retreat is lame done. You can never get rid of me. I live in you. Both of our fire fin you.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Come on now, come on now, let's go.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. He's by himself. Keenan Allen. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Keenan Allen, 76 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. A dump underneath to Jones. And now past another. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. Finding room inside the 40. And finally marked down at the 23. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key to left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you can bring your tight end over there, either way, control the...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Walsh. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing on first is Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Wentz now on 1st down. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Wentz now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that's going to bring up the 3rd down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. He can run for it, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. T.J. Yeldon from 17 yards out, and the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Back to throw here. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Derek Barnett in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep up into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff to Yeldon. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Gerald McCoy. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. The give is to Jones. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Under 4 to go now as now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Gave a glimpse of his power that time. And then brought down at the 30. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. All right, here we go. Blue landed. Blue landed.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. A give to Jones. And he stopped immediately there. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's got it. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great effort there from 13 yards out. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. Walsh adds the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Aguilar has it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Wentz now 10 of 10 to start the game. How about that? As he comes up on a 1st and 10. Now Wentz again. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. He's dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Wentz. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz, and the Eagles add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments.
All because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out come the Bucs now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Leopard! Leopard!
Back to throw now on first down. Looking downfield for Godwin. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Yeldon. Big hold to the 30, and all the way up to the 33-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And a catch right side by Evans. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll pitch it out to Jones. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 46 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Drops it underneath for Reese. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. Extra point up and good by Walsh. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They fake the give. Now Wentz sliding out of the pocket. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here's a give to Yeldon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Come on now, come on now, let's go.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. And he's got the open man. It's Allen on the comebacker. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
play fake here on first down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. Walsh now for the PAT. Walsh adds the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Yeldon. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. A solid run on first down. Gain of...
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wentz now on first down. Works over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Well, he made that catch knowing full well that at the end of it, he's going to catch a pretty good lick.
I guess if there's anyone on this team that can absorb a pop, it's him. Wentz now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Wentz now still just the one incompletion, 16 of 17. It's first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams. as we get set for the fourth quarter. On second down, here's Wentz. Flushed out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
The Eagles on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Wentz. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Leopard! Watch him now, Barney!
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
Watch him now, Barney!
On second down, it's Jones. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down.
The good old toss play. And this time they go to the left side, so give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Center, guard, tackle, able to seal that side. But the guy that we don't give enough credit to, wide receivers. They have to do a great job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play can be spilled in the backfield. In this case, everyone handled their responsibilities, and they picked up really nice yardage.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now T.J. Yeldon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz taking it in from 4 yards out. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's going to go for a big, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. Already his second touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. Extra point up and good by Walsh. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Switch 5-2.
Here's Wentz to throw. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
82, 40.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. From midfield, here's Wentz. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Now Wentz. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 12 yards is the pickup there. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Run. Let's go. 20.
They keep it with Yeldon on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And just how they envisioned the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season, we get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Eagles, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.